Hi, this is Joel Persinger, the Gun Guy. Thanks very much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I'm out here on the P2K training range again. Now, mind you, the P2K range has a lot of facility here. There's an indoor range, 100 yards for rifles, 25 yards for pistol. You can hear the guns going off in the background, and there's a shotgun range, actually 2 of them, and so on. I'm on the training range that's typically used by law enforcement, security companies, and crazy instructors like me. Today I've got a gun that I want to show you that my wife dearly loves, and that is this one. This is her Smith and Wesson M&P. Full-size pistol. It's a 9mm. Now they come in a bunch of different calibers. This one happens to be a 9. But let's make sure that the gun is unloaded. First of all, there's nothing in the magazine, so we've checked that. I'll put that in my little pocket right here. And let's lock the slide back and see, nope, there's nothing in there. Nothing in there, so I don't have anything in the mag well. I don't have anything in the chamber. I see an empty chamber, empty mag well. We have an empty gun, so that's a good thing. All right, let me tell you a little bit about the M&P series pistols. They are fabulous pistols. I've shot a lot of them. In particular, my wife has been kind to me and let me shoot this one a lot, which I'm very grateful for. And the way she bought this was we came down here to the range. We went up to the rental counter, and she just picked up pretty much every quality made pistol we found in the rental counter, which was most of them. And she settled on about 4 or 5 that she really liked, and then we rented them all. And this was one of the 4 or 5 that she liked. And she kind of settled between this one and one other, and then she shot this one and shot that one and shot this one and shot that one, and finally settled on the Smith and Wesson M&P. Really enjoyed shooting it, and still does. Why do I tell you that story? Because whether it's a Smith and Wesson M&P or any other kind of handgun, if you go rent them and you find one you enjoy shooting like my wife did, then you're going to go practice with it. You're going to end up shooting it a lot because it's a joy for you to shoot. It fits your hand, it's not too loud, not too much recoil, and so on. Whatever the sensitivities you have when you're shooting a gun, that gun fits right in line with, and so that way it's fun for you to shoot. If you don't practice with it and you're buying it like she did for this one, she bought this for self-defense, if you're buying it for that and you never shoot the darn thing, then if your time comes that you ever need it when you hear a bump in the night, you're picking up something you're completely unfamiliar with and that you don't even like to shoot, so you got a lot of anxiety attached to it right at that moment. That's the worst time in the world to be anxious about the tool you're going to use to save your life or the life of your family. So I encourage you, before you lock down on a gun that you want, make sure you go train, go rent it, practice with it or whatever, or shoot it, rent it 2 or 3 times, rent a whole bunch of them. Find the one that you really, really, really like, and as long as it's a very quality made handgun, buy that one, because that's the one that you're going to shoot. It doesn't matter whether it's a revolver or a semi-automatic, it's what's comfortable for you. Each individual is just that, an individual, and your gun is going to be an individual gun. Now, some guns like the Smith and Wesson M&P have taken that into consideration, and they've made some neat design elements associated with them. And one of those is this interchangeable backstrap. The gun came with 3, a large, a medium, and a small. And all you have to do to change them is take out this little pin on the bottom, like that, and then the grip just wiggles right off. And there you go. Now this one happens to be the medium one because it's the one that Deanne likes the best. That's my wife. I like the large one, but it isn't my pistol. That's why it's got the medium one on it. And I'm just going to suck it up today and shoot it with the medium one because it's hers, it isn't mine. And there you have it. But you can adjust it very readily to your hand based upon how big or small your hands are just by swapping out the backstrap. And you can see how quickly that happened. Now, we've shot this gun a lot, and I can tell you that this thing is extraordinarily reliable. It's very accurate, it's reliable, it's simple and easy to shoot. The trigger on it is magnificent. It's got a bunch of internal little safety features that are very cool. And in general, the gun is very simple to operate. There's not a lot of buttons and switches and stuff like that that you have to worry about and grab and fiddle with. It pretty much is what it is, and it's really, really simple to shoot and to use. It's also very reliable, as I mentioned, and the sights are big and clear and easy to see. There's only one thing about the gun that personally I don't particularly care for. And I don't know whether that's a California thing or whether it's everywhere in the country, but in this case of this particular gun, there's what's called a magazine cutoff. And that means if there's no magazine in the gun, then it won't shoot, and you're kind of stuck with just, have to get a magazine in it in order for it to go. Well, as a safety feature, that's kind of cool. If you're not that trained with the gun, if there's no magazine in it, you press the trigger and there's a live round in the chamber, well, there's a safety feature that doesn't allow the gun to go. Now, safeties aren't 100%, so we shouldn't, count on our lives being saved by that, but it is kind of a last-ditch thing in case you blow it in every other way and you accidentally or pull the trigger without thinking and there's no magazine in it, the gun's not going to go off. All right, that's peachy, and that's the argument for having it there, and I get it. However, if you've got the gun for self-defense and you have to shoot your magazine empty pretty much, or you have to shoot more than 3 or 4 or 5 rounds, and now there's still a fight that's going to go on, but there's a lull in the action. The person's run, or the person's yelling at you, or the person's hiding behind something, or you're behind something, which is even better. Now you want to top off your gun and put a fresh magazine in there so that you're not just limited to the 2 or 3 rounds that are left in that one. While you're changing your magazine, this one won't go bang until you put the new magazine in. Well, here's my concern. I've got the old magazine out, I'm in the process of putting the new one in, and the guy comes around the corner and I need to shoot him, and guess what? I can't. I got a bad guy in front of my face, but I press the trigger and nothing happens because I haven't gotten a new magazine in the gun yet, and now I could lose my life. So I don't particularly like magazine cutoffs for that reason. To me, making sure that you don't press the trigger on a live round is a training issue, and that's all it is. Keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Never pointed at anything you don't wish to kill or destroy. These are all just firearms rules. Keep your finger off the trigger and up here on the slide until you're ready to shoot. And then you're not going to press the trigger just reflexively. Those are simple rules, and if we train ourselves and teach ourselves and we get some training by qualified instructors, we're not going to have negligent discharges, and it doesn't matter that there's a round in the chamber. We'll learn how to load the gun and unload the gun and check the chamber, check the mag well, and make sure that the gun is safe. That's a training issue as far as I'm concerned. So I don't particularly like that aspect of the gun. I don't know if it's just California. If you happen to have one or you bought one in another state and you don't have that magazine cut off, comment down here and let us know that it's just California or it's just goofy states like California that make you do that. Anyway, that's enough about the Smith and Wesson M&P at the moment. Let's get out of the range and shoot it. And I'll see if I can knock down some cans and a few other things and see if we can shoot it straight. And then we'll come back and talk about it briefly again. You know, I am a gun guy, but that doesn't mean I can shoot. Here we go. What does a 9mm do to a soda can? Let's find out. Holy wow. You know, I mean, if that's cool with a soda can, what's a 2-liter going to be like? Here we go, let's find out. Oh my goodness! What a terrific pistol, the Smith and Wesson M&P series of pistols. This one is a 9mm, as I mentioned. As you can see, it's really a great gun and lots of fun to shoot. And if you have not already tried one, I encourage you to go do that. No, I'm not a Smith and Wesson shill. I'm just telling you that we've got one and we've shot it a lot. And I've shot a lot of the various different sizes of them. And they just in general are great guns. And I have a lot of students. Some of them are security officers and so on that carry guns all day, every day. And a lot of them have this particular brand of pistol and this type of pistol, and they really, really like it. And I've seen a lot of them shoot. So it's a great gun. If you haven't tried it and you want to, give it a try. Now, if you're a 1911 shooter, I just want to mention to you that I find that the grip angle is very friendly to me, and I am a 1911 shooter. I really like the grip angle of this pistol. Unfortunately, I can't talk my wife out of it. I don't know why. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my videos. I really, really do appreciate it. It's because of you that the channel is growing the way it is. And if you didn't watch and you didn't subscribe, we wouldn't be getting anywhere. I'm grateful that we are. Thank you very much again for watching. Please like, subscribe wherever the button is. Share us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Check out Gun District. That's an interesting new social media site I found that's just for guns. I'll put a link in the description for you if you want to check that one out. And if you have not already joined the National Rifle Association and you enjoy watching gun videos and you're not a member, you should be. So I put a link right here for you to join the National Rifle Association and save some money. It'll save you $10, and you can join the NRA for a year for less than the cost of 1 box of ammunition. And you can add your very valuable voice to the rest of ours. And right now, with all the attacks on the Second Amendment, we need your help. So please, if you have not already joined, do so. The link is right here. Have a great week. Thank you again very much for watching. Be safe.